birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christina. Happy birthday to you. No candles, yeah. Yay! Yummy. Multitaskers? You're multitasking. Alright, well, welcome to another episode of Die Another Day. I'm Amanda, I'm theyarnenabler. You can find me on Etsy and Ravelry. I remember this time. Instagram and Facebook. Mm-hmm. And our birthday girl is...
My name is Christina and I'm the Cozy Knitter, and you can find me online as well. I'll put all the links to everywhere down below. Mm-hmm. Oh I'm not technically the birthday girl. It's the 6th anniversary of my 29th birthday. It's an anniversary.
So it's anniversary girl.
Yeah.
Should I?
Hey, it's birthday cake tea.
It's light whipped cream. Yeah.
Yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Okay, so what have you been up to
this week? Do I have
week?
anything on my face?
A little. Not gonna lie.
I've been dying like a mad woman this week.
Me too.
Yeah, Christina has stuff everywhere.
My drying rack is right beside us here, and it's like overflowing, and there's more stuff.
3 or 4 dozen skeins drying right now. At home, I have 23 drying right now. Pencils and monkeys. And I have a couple new gradients.
Oh, fun.
So, yeah, and a few old gradients. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
I wonder, do they fit in a box?
They fit in a box of yarn. So those will be going up on Friday. Friday.
Very nice.
So in 2 days. Are you going to put this up on Friday, or are you going to put it up tomorrow?
Most of what's here is actually pre-ordered stuff. I have Hydrangea Bloom is coming up on Friday. And then everything that's currently in the store listed as pre-order is right on the drying rack beside me, completely dry, just needs to be reskeined. So lots of stuff going out this week.
Totally. Yum.
And then I have 2 more dozen skeins. One has already been prepped, is going into dye pot. Maybe this afternoon, we'll see. And then another one will be prepped this evening.
So busy. Dye pots are hopping. And you know what? The best part is they dry in I've been putting mine outside to dry.
Me too.
I got smart on the front porch, so there's no more bird bombs.
Ah, smart. I put mine under the gazebo, just in case.
And I love how the question in how you asked us if they could have a picture of how I dry wool without the bird shit on it, and I was happy to oblige. You know, I did not take pictures of the bird bomb.
Oh, yeah, no,
because that would be too traumatizing for everybody involved. But I did take a picture of my orange slime and put it on. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm. That's weird.
And someone was like, "Well, just add hot water to it." Well, yeah, I could have, but gross. I just cleaned it out and yeah.
Hold on a tick.
Oh, we got battery problems.
Yeah, but things right here. I just never plugged it into the computer. There we are. Okay, all better. Look how bright and bushy-tailed we are now. So yeah, I had my my accountant was over the other day to finalize our taxes, and so you can write off part of your home if you have a home business. And it was funny because he walks in and there was orders all laid out on my dining room table with yarn plopped all over that just needed to be sealed and packed. And then I had the dye pots in the kitchen. The living room had just mills and stuff.
There's 2 mills now.
I got a new mill and it's gigantic.
It is bigger than gigantic.
Yeah.
It would not fit in my living room.
No, it's almost 6 foot tall. It's a big one. So he's like, okay, I see that you do use your main floor. I'm like, I swear I didn't stage it. This is what it looks like on a daily basis. Hence why we pretty much had to move out while we were selling our house, because you can't have all this yarny stuff. People don't get it.
No.
People don't get it. So this weekend...
It's so pretty. I don't know why you wouldn't want that as your home decor.
So on the weekend, I went to buy them...
I'm sitting very far away from you.
Buy my mill. And I actually bought it off of a weaver. And she makes baby wraps. She
Who
makes
is this
ring
person?
slings. Robin's Nest.
That sounds oddly familiar. I was big into the whole wrap thing with my babies.
They're gorgeous. They're woven and they're so pretty. So I got up there. She goes, "Oh, I can't wait to show you my studio." And I'm like, "Oh, I can't wait to see it." So it was so much fun to see. It was listed on Kijiji.
No way.
So I bought it off Kijiji. And it was so interesting. Her whole basement was her studio, and she had all these looms set up that had wraps already on them. So I got to see how it was so pretty.
That's so cool.
So we were yapping along, and she had some gadgets that I'd been thinking about getting, so I got to actually see them and play with them a little bit.
You think you can buy one?
I might. And then I saw her dyeing set up, because she'll dye some of her wefts, and some of the warps I'm guessing too, but like she gets some of the thread already pre-dyed, and then some of it they dye.
That's cool.
To go with it, so that was really interesting.
What a fun
really
day.
Interesting to see.
Definitely different.
A lot of fun. Now I have all these ideas for my new basement.
Haha, yes. I'm gonna come play. It'll be fun.
Come on over.
So you know what? You have some birthday presents to show us.
I do.
That we've been waiting a week to see. So open up those bad boys.
So
she hasn't even opened
the
them.
first one
there. Oh my gosh.
The first one actually came, and I'm sorry for the crinkling because I have not even taken them out of their wrappers because I didn't know if there was going to be inner wrappers, and I didn't want to see my present till my birthday because I didn't want to change them. But my first one is
oh, that's gorgeous.
There is an inner bag, but it is see-through. Hold on. I want to have actual yarn out of bag.
I stopped using inner bags, but now I feel like I need an inner bag again. Oh my god!
Look at it!
It's so pretty. What is it called?
This is Juliana.
Gradient.
Juliana's Fiber.
So pretty.
Who's wonderful. And she has a podcast, but she's really active on Periscope.
Yeah.
And this is her Lucid Dream sock yarn in the Continuum Gradient called Saltwater Sunset. And she had posted this on Instagram. And I'm like, oh, that needs to be mine. I'm like, well,
those are totally your colors.
Just go to her store and it will be yours. And there was one left, and now it's mine.
It was meant to be.
Oh, I love it. So gorgeous. I can't wait to knit this up. What do you think? Do you think I can knit this up for ourselves a summer sock cow? Can I knit a pair of socks by the end of the month?
You better, because you don't forget you have 12 to do for your box of socks. So
right, I gotta catch up. So birthday present number 1, and then the other one I'm so excited for, because I have been on
the cherry.
I have gone on here more than once saying how bummed I was that I struck out at these updates. Well, I didn't. I did not.
Oh, geez, don't use scissors. You're gonna cut the wool. Oh God, she's gonna do it. Oh, I can't watch.
You're very sensitive.
It's wool. She's just stabbing the package randomly. Oh my God.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh,
see?
Oh my God, that was gonna go so horribly wrong. Ooh, pretty. Inner package.
Oh,
you didn't tell who this is from.
This is from the Wool Barn. All the way from the UK. So let's. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Ooh, pretty. Oh, that's gorgeous.
This is my first tweed.
Oh, but how are you going to choose? I don't even like tweeds, and I like those.
I love tweed.
Oh my God, those are gorgeous.
Oh God, these are so pretty, Maya. So this is Coastal on tweed sock. It's a 4-ply fingering.
You guys aren't even getting the right color. It's just...
No.
It's definitely more green, more deep teal.
Let's see if we put it closer to the camera now.
Good.
Funny lighting today. New location, funny lighting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Oh my God, it smells so good too. Doesn't it smell good?
Yeah.
I don't know which one I like more.
The other one is Wildberry.
Look, it has golds in it. Look. It's so soft for tweed.
It's tweedy and speckly and...
Well, the specklies are... Oh, no,
awesome.
It is dye. It's not just the tweeds that are speckly.
Gosh.
What's Donné Go Nep? Donné?
That's the tweedy part.
Oh. So they're soft even though there's no nylon in it?
The Wool Barn. Squish. Blowing it out too. There we go. Squish. There we go. The Wool Barn.
Oh, those are just beautiful.
That's Maya. Love it.
Fabulous.
Oh, so happy.
I love the brown specks in this. See those? And there's
Oh,
like
look.
some goldy orange ones here too.
And she sent a pack of tea.
Oh, yum! Green tea with coconut. Oh, I love coconut.
I love coconut. You know what my obsession has been lately is the Activia coconut yogurt.
I've never had it. Is it good?
It is so good. And
I was
then
talking at the grocery store on the way home.
I get just granola to put on it.
Mmm.
Yummy. Yummy,
That
yummy.
sounds really good. Very cute.
I'm so excited.
Very nice. What good birthday presents. So what are you going to knit with them?
Socks.
Well, yeah, but what kind of socks? Have you thought about patterns yet?
I'm thinking that one of these Tweety ones, I'm going to knit...
Driftwood or pebbles.
Yes, one of them will be one of Mina's new patterns. And then the other one, I think I might make another pair of Wendy D.
Monkeys?
Johnson has a pattern called Diagonal Lace.
Oh.
This is one of my sock victims of 2016.
The pink one?
My pink ones. That was my Sweet George's. So I think that will look nice on one of these.
Mm-hmm. I must say, though, that the teal would look really good in a certain winter tornado sock pattern. Just saying. Don't you think, though?
Idea.
I think it would look really pretty in that.
Oh, I don't know. I might just sniff them. Is that weird?
No, you can sniff them while you knit.
True. True. And I just got word that I'm getting a pair of sings.
A what?
My mama found my sing needles.
Oh, you zings. I thought you said sings, and I was like, what are sings?
Zing needles.
Zings, yay. What size did she get you?
2.25. So
Nice.
somebody had asked us what size sock needles we use.
Yes, I got a question on Etsy, what size sock needles we use.
2.25s.
And yeah, we both use 2.25s.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, all of my needles are currently working on other socks, so I maybe accidentally bought more.
It doesn't happen to me ever.
Ever.
You know
So
what? I had a
I just bought a basic. Oh, these are 2.0s.
Oh.
Oh, look, 40 millimeters or 40 centimeters. No, 100 centimeters, 40 inches, 2.0s from Knit Picks. They're actually really nice. They're not as sharp as my Addie's, but they're working out just fine. They're a good secondary needle.
I like the Addies. I like that tip. I do like the Haya Sharps, but they're too pointy to work with in the car.
You go over a bump.
Accidents.
Oh my god, my eye!
That's occurred to me before. Like, seriously, if I'm knitting in the van and, like, sudden stop, I could really hurt myself with those things. So I don't use those driving. It's too scary.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well,
And then, so what else have you done this week? Because I know she went to a pate on the weekend.
oh my god, we had so much fun. So it was my daughter's dance studio's big gala. And it was like a wedding. Like, it was fancy plated dinner. We had
It's a really
DJ.
nice venue.
Really nice venue. We had a blast. We meant to only stay until about 10. And the party was still bumping. Like, it was like wicked. And so my boys were here with Christina's boys.
And we had our own little party.
Yeah, and so I texted. I was like, do you
2.5
mind if we stay a little later?
I made 2.5 dozen muffins.
How many got eaten?
All of them.
No.
Well, between,
many by my look-in?
between the evening and then in the morning as well, they're like, can I have a muffin for breakfast? Sure. Can I have another one? Sure. Eat them on up.
My boy said that he ate like 3 plates of dinner.
Yep. Yeah, about the same as the rest of mine combined. Because, you know, if mommy made it as yucky.
Yeah, he said you said something like pasta and sausages and salad or something like that. He's like, the first time I was good and had salad and sausages.
Well,
but the second
let's
and
be
third
honest.
times
I
was
didn't so
just-
much give him the choice of salad the second time because I kind of dumped the rest of my own plate. I'll be honest. It was my fault.
He's a good eater. He eats anything you put in front of him.
Yeah, my husband's like, does your mom and dad not feed you?
He's got an empty
It was
leg.
funny.
We don't feed him. Never, ever. But yeah, so we ended up, and then 11 o'clock rolled around, and I was like, do you mind if we stay a little later? Because it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Except, so I love to dance. It's so much fun, right? So I'm out on the dance floor pretty much the whole night. And then we did the salsa, and we had a Congo line going.
Oh, jeez.
And didn't I throw up my hip?
Oh,
I am so bloody old, it's not even funny. And so I had to like hobble back to our table, and my husband's like, what's wrong? I was like, you hurt my hip doing the
no.
conga. But it was fine. It's fine now. I think I don't know.
I won't
was a
tell
little
you
too
that your little
enthusiastic.
guy was up till 11.
Yeah, no, it's okay. They all slept on Sunday, I guess. They went to bed super, super early. And no, we had so much fun. We didn't even get home till after midnight. It was like 12:30 when we came home. And the funny thing is, I had bought a new lipstick and I couldn't get it off. It was one of those like everlasting 16 hours. And I let my daughter put a little bit on and we couldn't get it off. She went to school on Monday still wearing this lipstick. I eventually took my toothbrush and like scrubbed it off.
Okay, so we're gonna need that brand.
It's Rimmel, 16 hour or something. It's Rimmel. And it has like the color and then you have the sealer.
Right.
So I didn't put the sealer on my daughter thinking it will be easier to get off. No. It was like 3 days. And eventually, and I used makeup remover. I used eye makeup remover. I used moisturizer. I used Vaseline, baby oil, everything to get it off. And it did not come off. Eventually, I was literally scrubbing my lips to get it off.
Oh my God.
Because it was just like an outline by that point, but it was... Yeah, and it stayed on. I mean, it was perfect through the whole day, the whole dinner, all the dancing. Like, I looked smoking. Actually, someone actually came up to me and said I looked hot, so it was a really good night.
Hey, I got ID'd at the liquor store.
What?
I did.
Aw, I always want to get ID'd.
I'm like, okay. I'm turning 29 for the 6th time next week, but here you go.
Nice.
Maybe she was just trying to make me feel good. It worked.
You're having a good week.
I don't care.
Woolly Mail, birthday.
I know, and we went out for birthday dinners last night. So my son's birthday was actually 2 days ago. He was almost born on my birthday.
So imagine me in labor on your birthday.
Oh, it doesn't last long. An hour or two and we're over.
Most people. An hour or two. Yeah. Speaking of labors, our friend just had her baby girl.
It's a girl!
Yes, and now she has girl, boy, girl. And she looked fabulous. Like, she was posting pictures, and the little baby is a cutie pie, and she came early, so yay.
But not
so
on my
congratulations,
birthday.
Shauna.
She was supposed to have the baby on my birthday, so we could take, the focus off.
Ha ha, getting old.
Yeah.
But no, it was yesterday morning, and so she just nonchalantly posted on Facebook, like 6 hours later, oh yeah, I had the baby. We're like, what?
I know, we were talking to her like the day
night
before.
Yeah.
And
before bed.
Nothing.
And she's like, no, I don't know when, everything's fine, and then boom, baby in the morning.
I know.
So it must have been, she had a really fast labor the first 2 times. Both labors were really fast, so I'm assuming this one was too, but now we get a new baby to squish and sniff and cuddle, and I love the new baby smell.
I know. We've already planned out our weekly girls brunches, I guess they're going to be for September, because my little guys will either be in school or at the babysitter. Yours are already at school, and our friends, 2 of theirs, are starting school, so they'll have 3 littles.
Yeah. But she'll be on mat leave.
She'll be on mat leave, so she'll be able to come over.
So she can come play.
In the knitting nook.
In the knitting nook. And we just stick toys over there, and they'll be fine. It'll be lots of fun. So, yeah. So, do you want to answer questions first, and then we'll talk about what we're knitting? You need to eat more of that cake, lady.
I will. So, we had a few questions. The first one was Rachel, and she wanted to know recommendations for kid garments. I think she said
specifically.
She had little girls before, and now she's, I believe, expecting a boy?
If not, just had one.
Okay.
By the way.
Baby boy knits, anyways.
And boy knits, we know boy knits. We have 7 boys combined, so we know boys knits. 7. How did that happen?
Wow.
I don't know. That blows my mind. So my favorite boy knit, hands down, is Gramps by Tin Can Knits. It's a sweater. I love it. It's
except for the whole collar issue, but we won't go there.
But you know what? We're not going to remind them about the collar, but it doesn't look like that on the little one, in the little sweater. It's not really that kind of shawl collar that looks like a certain something.
Yeah,
it's a really cuter shawl collar. So I really, really like. I've knit 3 Gramps now for my boys. Love them. Another really great sweater is the Goldfish by Tin Can Knits. It's a cardigan, our friend Jen knit one. And it's the cutest, has color work, or goldfish, like crackers almost, over here.
Got on the yoke.
Yeah, and the colors that the sample, it's like a gorgeous turquoise with the yellow, gold, orangey fish kind of going across the, what's this called again? Yoke. There you go. Gorgeous, gorgeous pattern. And then what was the other one we were talking about?
They also have I think it's the flax cardigan, that's just a plain pullover one. But there was one I knit. On the arm. Oh, what was the name of it? Campfire, maybe?
The Campfire's a sweater and a shawl.
This is a Tin Can Knits one too. And on the picture it has a dad with a little boy on his shoulders, and they both have the same cardigan on. So
yeah, I think it is camel.
I knit one of those, and it is really cute, and it's got a little bit of color work bands over the belly.
And as for and then as for hats, I love a newsboy hat on a boy, which are super easy to either knit or crochet. I prefer actually crocheting them. I've done a few for my boys. And then I love like a basic striped beanie, looks really adorable. You can do, I made my youngest one with just a striped beanie, and he adored it. You can do, add a button to it, which looks really neat. And the antler hat pattern is a really great one. Anything cabled, I find, can be super cute on boys.
Yeah, I find I do often go to Tin Can Knits because they're young moms, so they
really have some of the greatest patterns. Honestly, I am totally girl crushing on Tin Can Knits. Like, I love their patterns. They were one of the first patterns I knit. They were the first sock pattern I knit. I knit rye socks. So yeah, check them out. Like, they have some great patterns for boys.
And then let's see here. Holly, she wanted to know, she's been experimenting with dyeing, and she's been using Wilton dyes, and she was wondering to take it another step and to do speckling effects. She was thinking about going to acid dyes and what sort of dyes we would recommend.
And you know, a starter set of Jacquard's
is
acid
a
dyes.
great way to go.
Great way. It's cheap. They're like, I think it's like $25 for like 5 of them.
Yeah, you get like 5 or 6 in a starter kit, and it's the basic colors that you can then mix and match to make your own color.
Exactly. It's the same as like a color wheel, you know, your blue and yellow make green. So you can, and then
sometimes. Most of the time.
You have to experiment.
Yeah.
Make a bunch of minis and then have fun with it. But honestly, it's not that expensive to start with acid dyes. Throw in, you need your vinegar, but I mean, that's like $1.99 for 4 liters or something. So
yeah, it's relatively cheap.
So dyeing is not that expensive to get into. It's the wool.
Yeah.
It's the wool that costs
I
money
would
to get
say
into
go
it.
on to Knit Picks. On there you can get blank wool, and you can get the Jacquard's dyes.
Yeah.
And then you can even pick what colors you want. They've got a good selection of singles, or you can buy their starter package and
get the bulk wool if you want to start. It's like you get a package of 20 and it's like a 10% discount instead of just buying randomly. And you may think 20 sounds like a lot.
you go through it fast.
You go through it really fast.
I thought that was going to last me forever. Like
Yeah.
when I first bought it, and it lasted a long time because I bought it 6 months before I ever dyed it. But once I did, it was gone in a week and a half.
Now you and I dye, like 40 in a day. So it wouldn't last very long. But honestly,
I order by like about 100 pounds.
About 100 pounds each. Yeah, exactly. Which is
a lot.
a lot. I'm trying to think. It's like probably 500 skeins in the end.
I have no idea.
400 or 500. Anyways, that's how much we order now. We're long past the 20 days, but it's a good way to start. And you know what? It's always good to, I mean, if you want to try different weights, that's fine. But I think fingering is one of the most economical weights.
And the great thing about it is if you're doing sock yarn, I mean, you can always knit a pair of socks with it.
Yeah.
That's great.
And you hold it double and you got a hat. You know what I mean? You hold it double, you got a sweater. You're good. So, and then
she was also asking about somebody had a big bag full of baby knits that they were gonna frog or take out and then repurpose the yarn and what to do.
They did take their favorites out at least because I was like, don't frog the baby knits.
So if you have to take it out, we were thinking at first I would probably donate some. If you have anybody you can donate it to, that would be my first choice. But if you're repurposing the yarn, I would think about doing like a granny square blanket, like the Vivid blanket or the pop blanket. Also for Tin Can Knits.
I love the pop blanket.
Because then, from what I understand, these were worn by her kids when they were babies. That way you have all the yarn from the knits that they wore in sort of a memory type blanket.
But if you do have to frog it, we were thinking not only the blankets, but I would probably try and make like a striped sweater for my big kid, or at least a striped hat, or like she said, mittens or something like that.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's really kind of, I mean, I don't think I would, a lot of it's probably superwash if it's baby wool, so you wouldn't be able to felt it. But I mean, you can always make some like market bags for the kids for school or something like that too. Yeah. I don't know. Or just donate them.
And you had a question from Heather.
Here I am now.
About your bling.
My bling, yeah. So there's my bling. It is a Qalo ring, which is Qalo, and it's silicone. Whoops. Which is really comfortable to wear. Now I do have a super fancy diamond and sapphire and yellow gold wedding ring that I got at my wedding. But now that I've lost so much weight, it's too big on my finger, and I was worried about losing it. But instead of getting it sized, I wanted to wait until I was kind of done losing weight. So my brother-in-law had one of these, because he owns a CrossFit gym. And because I've been going to CrossFit so much, I was having to always take my rings off to do the weightlifting part. So my husband and I both ended up getting one. His is just boring old gold or gray. But I was like, no, I want some fancy bling. So that's what it is. It's super comfortable to wear because it is bendable, so you can lift stuff and it doesn't cut in. This one's almost too, it's getting really loose on me. You can't tell when you pull it off, but so they're really neat and they last a lot. I have a few chips in mine already. You can kind of see right there. There's a little ding in it. But I've had it for...
You get dings in gold too.
Yeah. So anyways, I quite love it. It's very comfortable to wear. So I'll keep it until I need a smaller size. And then I'll keep wearing them until I'm kind of at my goal weight. And then I will probably start wearing my wedding ring again because I miss it.
Resized.
Yeah, so that's my ring and then my Fitbit. Thank you. I have different bands for it that I keep changing out, but I got to admit, teal is definitely my favorite. So, but thank you for the question very much, Heather.
The next one was from Jen, and she said she bought some yarn and it was bleeding, so she tried rinsing it in Synthropol, which I've mentioned before is what I use for some of my heavy bleeders. And she said it was still bleeding after. When I use Synthropol, you don't have to use very much to get it, but basically what happens is I'll have yarn and I'll have rinsed it about 3 times and the water will be clear, but I know that that particular color will bleed. So I take the clear water, I put just a cap full of the Synthropol in the water, leave it there to soak for, I don't know how long, a while. And the water will turn bright, usually blue. These are usually blues. And dump the water out, rinse it again, rinse it again, rinse it again. I rinse it about, for navy, close to 20 times, most times.
The trick is the rinsing, really.
Yeah, and then when it rinses clear, Synthropol again, and usually we do this 3 times because it will just be bright blue again.
Now what Synthropol does is it will break the weaker bonds between the dye and the wool. So any bond that would normally get broken with agitation when you go to wash it. So if it's a somewhat weak bond, but it's staying together while you're rinsing with water, Synthropol will break that bond so that those dye molecules can be flushed out. So it's going to leave behind anything with a strong bond, because it's not like a bleach or anything like that. So it's really good for breaking the bonds, but then you still have to rinse out all of the dye molecules that are now kind of floating around and ready to skedaddle. So that's the chemistry behind it.
Yeah. So because mostly everything I dye is self-striping, well, it is all self-striping pretty much, except for the minis. I do this before I reskein it and send it out, because once you have knitted into your stripy sock, it's not like you can just rinse, you know, so many stripes. Whereas when I've got it, it's all lumped together in that one color. So I try to do it, but it's hard to guarantee there to be no bleeding.
I think it's nearly impossible.
Yeah.
Because we obviously do our best. And you literally have to rinse your wool. Well, especially for me, because I use vinegar to set it. So I have to rinse my wool when it comes out of the dye, just to even get the vinegar out.
Yeah.
But that doesn't guarantee it won't dye or it won't bleed down the road, even though I do my very best and it's set well and it's rinsed well. And
so if you do have yarn that does bleed, one of the sort of tricks that you can do to set the dye. Now, there's a difference between setting the dye and then just sometimes it will crock. Is that the right word?
Crocking. Yeah, that's the breaking of the weak bonds.
Yeah.
It's like what your blue jeans do, you know. So indigo is really bad at crocking. So when you buy your blue jeans, you know how like they're obviously washed from the manufacturer, but you still wear them and you get blue, or you wash them and it turns the water blue. It's called crocking. So that's just the weak bond breaking basically from the agitation.
And it usually takes quite a few washes before your jeans would stop doing that as well. That's basically what's happening here.
Yeah.
So you can't set that. That just comes off.
Unfortunately, that is just a rinsing thing, and if you do have an indie dyed wool that does too, I mean, it never hurts to just shoot the dyer an email. Just be like, hey, have you had problems with this before? Because this happened to me. But of course, I mean, one of the things they're going to say is make sure you swatch before. I'm a bad swatcher, so I feel your pain if you didn't swatch, but yeah.
Synthropol is good because it keeps the molecules in suspension basically, so it doesn't settle on lighter colored parts.
There you go. That's another.
That's what it's great at. But
it's
it
like
does
those
take
color
several
catchers.
weeks. Yeah.
Have you ever used one of those color catchers?
I have. So they're basically like dryer sheets, and you can get them in the laundry aisle of a lot of grocery stores. They're not quite as common in Canada. I know London Drugs carry them.
Okay.
But they're called color catchers, and you just threw like a sheet or two in when you're soaking stuff that has like reds and blues are often
and reds and blues and purples, because purple's basically red and blue, right?
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people have good success with that.
Yeah, they will catch a lot of the color so it doesn't settle on the lighter parts.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you have like a skein of just red or just blue and it's bleeding, then you can put it in a bowl of water with vinegar, and then you can heat it up. Just don't stir.
Don't stir.
Don't stir.
Even superwash can felt if you're mean to it. I've been pretty mean to it and I've gotten away with it, but I have felted superwash. I am that awesome.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Can you imagine? At least I've only felted like one skein. You would felt like 12.
That would be bad.
It would be really bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
And then Tanya wanted to know, how do you wind self-striping yarn into a ball like this? You go watch Susan
Get Christina to do it.
I don't know. Susan B. Anderson actually did a video on how she winds her ball like this. So it's a really good tutorial, and I think it'll be off of her blog. It'll be on her blog somewhere, and she has a YouTube channel, I believe, too.
I was going to say, I think she has a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It might be there.
I'll try to link it in the show notes, but basically all you do is you wind, and then when you get to the point where it changes color, you pinch it, change direction, go till you change color again, and then just keep rotating.
Now, do you do that for the inner ball, or do you only start doing that once it gets bigger?
I do it for all, but like in the very beginning, I'll do like 2 or 3 colors and then turn in 2 or 3 colors to have like something to grab onto. And then I start doing, so it'll be all through the ball. It's not just the outer layer.
That's very exciting. Yeah, because you do see a few layers down, so.
Yeah. And there's some dyers who do self-striping yarn, and they do this with every skein they
Nomadic
sell.
yarns and Stray Cat yarns out of Australia.
I have no idea.
I don't know how they would do it. They must hire someone literally to do that.
I have no idea. It kills my elbow if I do more than a few in a row.
What's the Nomadic Yarns girl's name?
Ashley.
Ashley. She once posted that she did like 40 in a day or something, and I was like, what?
My arm would
drop off.
My elbow literally starts clicking.
Oh.
And it gets sore in my upper arm. I fell down the stairs and hurt my arm a couple years ago while pregnant. and yeah, so it doesn't cooperate so well, so I can't do it on everyone. But yeah, Susan B. Anderson has a great video on it that will show you. But basically that's all you do. Just change directions when it changes colors.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out our video. Christina will link it probably.
I will.
So what do you have on your needles now, lady?
Well, I knew I had yarn coming, so I didn't cast on a lot of new stuff. I still have my shawl test that I'm doing, and I received the remainder of the pattern yesterday.
Ooh.
So I'm super excited to finish, continue knitting that. I'm not done the body yet. And then I finished square number 5 on my Cozy Memories blanket.
Right.
So these are all from Nora, who's a viewer of the podcast. So that's what started the whole Cozy Memory blanket.
I'm very surprised you put the red there.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't think that's where you would have put it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you put in a pink there. Yeah. I'm just doing that to screw with her head, don't worry. Because now she's going to think about it. Look at her.
No, see? So, this is exciting.
The diagram. The diagram said a red belonged there.
Purse. It's on my purse. So we both we are participating in the Legacy Knits and Grocery Girls mini skein swap.
Yeah, mine's on the way, and mine's sending out is drying right now because I dyed them for my girl.
Yeah. I just fell behind the 8 ball and mine is going. I promise. So what made me feel extra bad is I actually already received mine. I want to show it to you guys. So I'm going to because it's super,
oh my god, the way she packaged it.
Awesome. I have to show it.
I wanted to steal this, but Christina said I wasn't allowed.
I was matched up with Deanna of A Tale of Two Knitters podcast.
Which I need to watch.
Yes, check out their podcast.
A Tale of Two Knitters.
It's relatively new, but very enjoyable. So this is what she sent me. So first it was 10 mini skeins of 10 grams and then some tea. So she sent me this cute little box. Adorable little box. And
I love little boxes.
And it has my favorite tea brand, which is David's Tea, and it's in these little baggies.
Very nice.
So she sent me North African mint.
Smelly.
Delicious.
Ooh, yum.
And Forever Nuts. It's one of my favorites. She also sent me chocolate macaroon, which is new to me.
I have a feeling we're going to be going on a David's buying trip now.
I think we might.
Oh my god. I need all of these.
Oh, that one there was golden glitter, and this one is chocolate macaroon.
Oh
Super
my god.
exciting.
Let's go and buy all of those.
Let's.
Right now.
Well,
Road trip.
We'll be going to Toronto next week.
Not if we take the GO train though.
The GO train goes to Toronto, and there is a David's Tea.
Is there a David's train? Oh, okay, so
There
we're going
is.
next week.
There is so, yes, yummy teas. And then this is just, she wrote me a sweet card as well. But this just,
They're really awesome.
oh my god.
Really awesome. Like beyond awesome. Like, oh,
They're pops. Little pops.
yarn pops.
So this is Hat Trick. And I had heard about this yarn on the Grocery Girls
Who's it by?
podcast. It just says Hat Trick. And this is the Edmonton Oilers colorway.
Yeah, but I want to know the dyer.
I don't know.
Who's the dyer?
We'll figure it out.
Who's the dyer? I don't know.
And I got this one, which is Menos Allegria, and then there's just the dye lot
I
number,
do like them.
which is beautiful as well. It's
I've
a little hard
a
to
lot
see.
of their stuff.
And then, oh no, pop fell off. This one? Yes. Okay. This one here is Tanis Fiber Art. Love Tanis. And this is Lilac. I actually knit a French can shawl out of lilac.
Yes, you did.
But
And
this
you
is-
had the silk too, didn't you?
But this is the Cosmic Blue label. The one, my other one was her single base that I won as a door prize when we went
Yes.
to a knit night with
The
Tanis.
purple at the
Purple
purple
pearl.
pearl.
And here's Manos Allegra again in Cabaret. Cabaret or Cabernet?
Cabaret probably makes more sense. Cabernet would be a wine.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that color.
No.
Let's see, this one here is fun.
Oh, I love that one.
Let's see.
Algeria?
Yeah, Manos again. Isn't that fun?
That one's super
You
cute.
would love this one.
I would love this one. Are you going to trade with me for that one?
I don't know.
That would totally fit into my blanket.
Did you start your blanket?
In my head.
And this is Barocco sock.
I need to buy needles.
Yes. And there was Tempted by Tragic Magic, or Magic by Tempted. And there was, let's see, Dear Marie Yarns, Northern Lights. So this one is really hard to see, but it's very, like it's a blackish gray with purples and blues in it, which is wonderful.
Ooh, yeah.
And then this one here is Madeline Tosh, and it's called Holy Festival. Sparkly, or Speckly rather.
Is there sparkle or just
It's speckle. It's not sparkle. Which I'll tell you a little story about that. This is Regia cotton wool. You see the dialogue number there. So yesterday we had my husband's family over for a joint. We went out for a joint birthday dinner for my son and I, and then they came back here after. And one of the presents he received had that sparkly tissue paper, and some of it ended up on my husband's face, and somebody's like, "Oh, you got sparkles." I'm like, "You know what, that's what I'm gonna start doing. When I don't feel like cleaning, I'm just gonna like strew sparkles all over and say, my house is sparkly."
Not sparkly clean, just sparkly.
Sparkly.
I love that.
So thank you so much, Tiana. This is so nice.
Nice
I cannot
package.
wait to add these to my blankets.
Yeah, I love the lollipops.
That's such a
Super
good idea.
smart.
I never even thought of that.
No.
Never.
I'm really mad at myself for not thinking about that.
Great idea.
Yeah, love it.
So I'm excited because I'm participating in that swap.
The podcast just in July. Swap.
There's a podcaster swap.
I got
coming
in
up.
on it. Yay! Thank you guys
Me
for letting me
too.
get in.
And I got one of the bestest swappies. I don't know if we're supposed to say who it is, but
Well, you have to.
mine
because,
is one of the best.
Yeah, because she'll know who you are because you have to talk about
It's
what
true.
you want. So, who do you get?
I don't know. I will talk to her first, and then I will end.
I'm gonna say mine.
Okay.
I got
You can go for it.
Brownie Knits. I have to check out her podcast. I have to stalk her.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
I know. I'm so super excited. It's gonna be so much fun.
And I'm
much
also
fun.
doing a swap with a couple of other people, a couple of viewers. Messaged me, and so I'll be winding minis today.
I'm doing another one for dyers.
Yeah,
I can't remember the details. Yeah. You have to dye the skeins yourself, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
On a different basis, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. I like swaps.
Oh, and then so last week I had said that for my Cozy Memories blanket, I was looking for a larger project bag. And I just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys that have messaged me either on Instagram or Ravelry to give me some names of some different shops to look for. And I received quite a few different recommendations.
What are you going with?
I don't know yet. I'm waiting for the perfect print.
You know what I got?
What?
A Mrs. Brown bag.
She did.
I got the really colorful one that looks like the little knitting.
Oh, an Andy bag? Andy collection bag?
Yes. I'm so excited. I think I snagged it maybe Saturday.
I know she
I just
messaged
randomly,
me.
I was so excited. Yeah. And I can't remember. I think it was the 2 skein size, so it's perfect for socks for me.
Nice.
So I'm really excited. Yay!
I went on and looked too, and there was a few left, but I wanted a large bag. And my favorites, there was just there was a couple of the smaller bags left. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait and see if I can get an update with there's a little bit of a larger one. But then people had recommended to me awesome granny bags,
Yeah, you were saying
which
about
there were
that.
some really nice ones, and chili knits, and then another one. But we're already working with this other bag maker, so all will be revealed probably next week with them.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you don't know about it either. She'll find out
Wait, what? I don't know what's going
next week.
I don't do secrets very well.
I'm evil.
She's so
Just
evil.
like that.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna wear you down. I'm gonna find out. I'm going to find out.
So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for letting me know.
And shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, we had another question. I completely forgot about what our first knittings were.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
And I happened to bring a few things, but why don't you talk about what you knit first, so I can finish this row.
My very first thing, because you know how she feels about mid-row knitting.
I can't stop until the end.
I won't
of
tell
the
you
row.
what's in my bag.
Oh, party.
Just 2 projects. So my first projects were baby hats, is what I started knitting
Yes.
on. This started my Addie sock needle addiction because I went to the local yarn shop and I'm like, I need a 12-inch circular. She goes, oh, I only have these ones. They're kind of expensive. So she gives me the Addie. I'm like, well, whatever. It's what you got. Love them. So now I have so many of them. But I knit a lot of baby hats for my little guys.
You even knit a baby hat for my baby girl. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite hats still to this
I
day.
have knit many of those. And then my first sort of largest project, my first lace project was a blanket. Charlie, something like that. It's a blanket. I'll link the pattern. And I knitted out of Mission Falls yarn.
Oh, I miss
They've
Mission
gone
Falls.
they've closed up shop, but
They
was
were really
this
awesome.
beautiful heathered yarn, and then it was knit on like 6mm needles, and it was a lacy pattern. And I remember being overwhelmed and putting it down, and then thinking, "Am I ever going to get this finished?" And then I picked it back up. And I'm like, "Hey, I love lace." Finished it.
Well, you first had me knitting a scarf, which didn't go so well. I don't think I ever finished it. But And then I started on to hats. I knit a lot of basic hats, and then I started simple lacy hats. This is too small for my daughter now, which I'm really sad about. But like you can tell I'm starting because look at my triple decreases. They sucked. Like right now I would know better than to do a triple decrease like that. But at the time I didn't know any better. So that's okay. And then I would do like just a simple hat like that. I did a lot like this. And then it's just like a band of seed stitch before knit. Like it's just basic. I did a lot of hats. And then when I got a little bit more confident, I did gloves. So these are thrummed mittens. I use the Tannis pattern. So these were for my husband. And he loves them. But then of course I had to make some for me. And mine are much squishier. Look, I never moved in the hands. And I've had these for like 4 years. And mine are super, like,
you bought
super thick.
fiber specifically for this,
I did,
right?
because I bought this skein. This is a Tannis wool skein. And it's very, very dark. It's one of a kind. You can't really see, but it does have a little bit of purple and teal in the dark skein. So I was like, I want purple. So I went on Etsy way before, like this is one of my first Etsy purchases, to find this fiber, and I found pencil roving.
These are true Canadian mittens.
Seriously, do you see how big my... Phil, put your hand in there and feel how thick the roving is inside.
I remember when you first finished them and we could barely get hands in it. Oh my god.
Let's just say
pillow, you guys.
Yeah. I only wear these on the super cold days because if it's anything warmer than like
need them this winter.
minus 20, you can't wear them because your hands just sweat.
Yeah.
They're that warm. And the wind doesn't even go through them because there's so much roving. Like I can't even turn them inside out. There's that much roving in them now. Like it's, yeah. Anyways, these are my favorite ever. And then I learned how to crochet because someone asked me to make an owl hat. And I couldn't find the owl hats I made for my kids. I think they might be in the freezer. I store all my wool in the freezer. But I did find this one I made for my daughter a couple years ago with the crown pattern. So I crocheted the crown first, and then I just picked up the stitches and knit. This is Malabrigo actually. I bought this skein of Malabrigo when I was pregnant with my youngest and had been told that he was a girl. So I went out and bought like a whole bunch of Malabrigo in more feminine colors. I mean, if you want to put your boy in this, then keep on. Why not, right? But, so yeah. And again, it's not perfect. Look, those two spikes are closer together than the rest of them, but that's okay. She still loves this one. It's too small for her now, which is kind of sad. And then my first lace, I didn't bring it. I thought I was going to bring it. Was the shawl, and it was only like 3-4 years ago. It was a triangle shawlette, and it was with that gradient wool that were bought at the yarn show.
Yeah,
when we saw the Yarn Harlot.
Kitchener-Waterloo fiber.
Yeah, I think it was maybe 2012. Yarn Harlot was there, and that was my first. I can't remember the name of the shawl. It's in my. If you stalk me on Ravelry, you'll see it, and it goes from like orange to pink and to purple. And I don't wear it that much because the wool is a little bit scratchy around my neck. But I do quite like it. I might recreate it. It was a simple lace pattern. It was my first time doing lace, first time doing a shawl.
I remember some of the meltdowns.
It was a few meltdowns, just a few. But yeah, and so then I kind of graduated from there. But I would say hats were my first non-beginner project.
I think a lot of people start with hats and scarves.
Yeah, and I always in the round, right? 16-inch needles, and I don't know. But right now, you know what I'm knitting right now?
I know what you're knitting.
Look what I'm knitting. I finished my my one sock in from BCYarnings. Yay! And I cast on the second sock. Yay!
Whoa!
But I wanted to bring and show these. These are Christina's socks, Tequila Sunrise. I'm doing cuff down because I wanted to do the heel and toe in the mini. And I did these in the car and this morning. Let's be honest here. And I didn't wind the mini yet. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start with the cuffs in the color, and I'll save the mini for the heels and toes. So isn't that cute? And look, I'm doing a twisted rib because I love one by one twisted rib. It's so slow. It takes me forever to do this much.
It's so pretty.
But it's so pretty. So pretty. So yeah. I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of time to get the pretty cuff. So I think I'm going to finish this next kind of orangey. You can see I just started an orangey. I think I'll finish the orange for a cuff, so it's a nice big cuff. Yeah. And then I'll start my pattern, which I think I'm going to do driftwood. One of Mina's two patterns. I think driftwood will look really cool. That or just a plain vanilla. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah. I have a little
That
bit.
one there has been popular with summer coming.
Tequila, yeah.
And it's currently soaking to be dyed again. So it'll
That's
come
what's
back.
in the sink.
That and Suits is coming back.
I like suits too. Yeah. And then on my needles I bought because all my other needles are busy.
Ooh, and then I should also
Tell me
mention,
I'm not the only one. Ooh, sorry, go ahead.
I gotta grab props.
Okay, well I need to mention quickly, I'm looking for a spinner to spin that beautiful fiber I bought last week. It should be in the mail today or tomorrow, so shoot me an email, probably on Ravelry, on Etsy, or even on Facebook, although those ones I find hard to answer. If you're a spinner and you can spin it for me, I don't know how you go about doing it, but because I don't know how to spin. I bought fiber. I don't know why, but it's so pretty.
It would be so beautiful.
It's so pretty. So if you want to spin it for me, that would be wicked. All right, what are you showing?
So this here is on the to be reskein pile. So if you
stresses me out
ordered
to see
Friends for
this.
Life, it's coming, I promise. So this is Friends for Life.
I really like it.
And I'm happy to say that I made the donation for the first set of 12.
Yay!
So I actually put a screen capture up on the listing itself. So I'm going to be donating every time a batch. So I do a dozen at a time. So each time that dozen has sold, I'm going to be making the donation for it. But I'm really excited.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for helping me support Stephanie with her race. It's really awesome.
You just nonchalantly just like chuck it over there, and
That'll
I'm
be
like, knots.
Oh, good. There's no knots. Yeah, I have the Friends for Life. I have Hydrangea Bloom over
You haven't
here.
dyed that in a long time.
Nope. So
What's
that will be
one?
back in stock. And then there's Patriot, which I changed ever so slightly because it is listed as like a vintagey sort of colors where the red and the blue is supposed to look slightly washed out.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's a bad word, but
Like denim-y. It needs to be
Yeah.
more.
I changed that just a tiny bit to make it a little more vivid.
Did
Just ever so slightly.
I love looking at what she has going on in the dye. I like that.
That's Spectrum.
I like Spectrum. Yeah. And what's in the pots right now?
Nothing.
Oh,
Water.
Empty.
There's water in the
Oh, because
pot.
your suits are going in there, you said.
Yeah.
And I've got going. Oh, we didn't do a dye check. I got nothing
got
today,
nothing.
guys. A little bit around my nails.
Very boring.
I ruined my nail polish like always.
I know.
I hate that. Look, that one's all stained red now. It's really gross. So you had to see that up close. Today is a monkey day, and what else was I gonna do? I think I've got some gradients and new colors I want to do.
That'd be fun.
I've got the pencils listed, or I've got the pencils done to be listed on Friday, this week's batch, and so I want to do a batch of monkeys, only about 5, I think. I only put 5 up. And then a whole bunch of gradients this week.
I'm gonna actually have 2 things go up in the shop today.
Ooh, what's going on?
So you probably won't see this till tomorrow.
Nah, sorry, you lose.
There will be the Yarn of the Month Club is being relisted today. And also there will be a special birthday pre-order. Complete surprise.
Oh, that's fun.
It will be a birthday colorway. It
I like that
might
idea.
be a limited run. I don't know. We'll see how I feel once I've done it. But it will be going up today.
And we will have our die-off skeins next week.
Yes.
We're doing this a day early, so we didn't have them ready for this week, but they'll be done for next week.
Because I am going on a field trip.
So am I, actually.
We're both going on a field trip.
Yeah, so I think...
Different field trips.
Different field. I know. When I heard we were going on the same day, I was like, would it be fun if we were going together? But no, completely different. Yeah, and yours sounds a little better than mine. But anywho, I think I'm done. Are you
Are you
done?
all good?
We're good. And the dye pots are calling us.
They are.
The dye pots await. So thank you for joining us again, guys. If you're new, mwah, mwah. If you're old, mwah. Have a great week, and we'll see you
Next week
next
sometime.
week. Bye, guys.
Bye.